Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Grumman Pollock's YouTube channel. And today we're going to talk about epoxying a hangar floor. And we've been trying for a long time to get the floor epoxied, and we just ran into one stumbling block after another. I mean, when Ken passed away and all of his merchandise was available to be thrown in a dumpster, have it be lost to the fleet forever, we went and got it. And that kind of cluttered up my hangar, which I had never planned to do. So I was very nice when I was able to get a hold of David at the very beginning of this year and work out a deal, and he was able to come up. And so the nice part of all that was that we had the radiant floor up and running in the hangar. So we had a nice warm hangar to empty into the nice cold trucks for all this merchandise to go down to Fletcher and Houston. And so now that the hangar is going to be empty, now we can get on with preparing the floor to be a 4-coat epoxy on it. I think you're going to be happy. Let's take a look. So we'd like to have you subscribe to our channel. Please hit the like button and notify so you can stay current with our latest content. So as I mentioned in the last segment, we began to load all the merchandise into trucks and onto trailers and load the fuselages that David were taking so that the hangar would eventually get empty. Now David left it, he left all the junk, pallets, garbage, cardboard, and stuff like that we would dispose of locally. But again, all the stuff was loaded in the truck, and that was making our floor nice and empty, even though it was a fun day. And again, the radiant floor really worked out well on this snow day. We ended up getting over a foot of snow from this storm, followed about a month and a half later by another big 12-inch dropping snowstorm where we got to try out our radiant ramp and actually melt some of the ramp in front of the hangar. But anyway, this got the hangar nice and empty, and so now we were able to begin the process of what to do with the empty floor. It wasn't quite empty, so we were going to have to put the stuff on one half of the hangar, and that's what we're going to do. And the product we're using is from the Original Color Chips company. We use this on the Garage Mahal near my house on Carpenter Road. So this is the second time I'm putting down their version of an epoxy floor. I've been really happy for the last 14 years with the floor that I have, and I'm looking forward to a really nice floor in the hangar. You just have to follow their instructions to the letter and let it cure. Sometimes when they say 2 to 7 days, it may take 7 or 8 days for it to fully cure depending upon weather. But with a radiant floor, it went fairly quick. Now, once the floor is clear and empty, then what we're going to do is we're going to scrub the floor. And in this application, this was concrete that we wanted to make sure it was really good and clean. So we diamond scrubbed it, and we used Dawn dishwashing detergent and a lot of water to get down to clean concrete before we began the process of putting down the primer, putting down the tinted the solid first coat, the tinted second, third coat, and then finally the clear epoxy protector. Now, when it came time to get a scrubber for the floor, you have the choice of Scotch-Brite or diamond scrubs, and I wanted a diamond scrub to lightly scratch up the surface of the concrete so that the primer would have a chance to go in and bind to the concrete, and that gives us a good surface for the rest of the paints to adhere to. So looked at the big box stores. Home Depot had the best price. We went and got one, and so we scrubbed away, and then we rinsed it using Dawn dishwashing detergent and then a lot more water, and then we let it dry overnight on the radiant floor. So that the next day began the process of now we're going to start masking all the expansion joints and taking the flex seal and start filling it in. And that takes a long time. It's a very thick product, but it is self-leveling. And when you're all done, you won't notice the expansion seams in the floor anymore. So first thing you need to do is you need to put down a lot of blue tape. So buy a lot of blue tape and take the time to tape on either side of the seam. That makes when you're putting the sealant into the seam, everything goes very, very well. And as you can see here, even on a cold day, this works out really well. I mean, we had a lot of snow going on outside, but the tape likes to adhere to the nice, clean, dry, radiant floor, and so therefore we don't have to worry about the weather outside even when it's going like this. Now, as that goes on, as you can see here, Shop Monkey is putting the sealant now into those seams. It'll take a while to do all of that. Again, I think it took a day and a half, and I think Matt said 40 or 50 hand cramps before it was all done. But then you get it all done, and then you go through the process of now that you have it all seamed and it's cured, not too much, but you can now start the process of pulling off of the blue tape and exposing the seams. And then once you have the seams exposed, now you're ready to go in with the primer. And this is a good time to call in favors from all your friends. I mean, Shop Monkey's obviously helping with the hangar to have a nice place to work in. Ethan came out. Dave Harris came and helped with the scrubbing and other portions. Tim Horniak showed up. Lynn Wing helped. Luann Seavey. This was not a solo effort. I want to make sure that everybody knows that we are very appreciative of all the time and effort that they put into helping us get through this long process. I mean, from the time we started the floor till the time it was all done, a month had gone by, and then another month goes by on the other side, simply to wait to make sure that everything sealed properly and would look nice in the finished product. I mean, we're fortunate at Yankee Aviation we have such a hard-working crew. I mean, Matt, when Matt gets on a task, he has to finish it, and there's nothing going to stop him from doing that. He will skip meals. He will skip sleep. As a matter of fact, we caught him one day. It was his birthday, and here he was working on the hangar on his birthday, so I got Luann to swing by on the way home from work. We swung by and got him his favorite donut, and we delivered it to him while he was working, just to show our appreciation of his hard work and dedication. And here goes the donut on its last stage of delivery to Shop Monkey working in the hangar. And as you can see now, all the seaming has been done and all the tape has been taken up, and now is going to begin the process of going down with the primer coat, which will be on the nice clean concrete. And that primer coat, when properly applied and allowed to cure, becomes the good adhesion surface for all the next 3 subsequent layers. So again, you just put it down and take your time and follow their instructions to the letter. That way you won't get any problems in the application, and you'll get a good cure, and you'll have a nice looking finished product when you're all done. And here's the last of the primer going on, the last little piece, and then we'll be letting it cure, and then we will open the door, let out the vapor from the 2-part mixture so we don't stink up the real hangar, and we just air it out, and that will help with the curing. And if you'll notice outside there's a lot of snow on the ground, but with the radiant floor it's really not a problem, and Matt's taking a broom just to finish making sure that no dust and no snow would blow in onto the floor while it cured. Okay, now that we've done the first half, it's now time to do the second half. So we're taking everything and dragging it over, putting it on the now cured hard surface on the first half of the hangar, and we'll begin the process of doing this all again. Same steps, another month of time, but again, we're looking for a really nice floor, and in this case we also have the floors in the bathroom and where the new bathroom is going to be. So stay tuned for some details on the bathroom. We also had Kelly Matthews make us a nice aviation theme sheet cover for the top of the bathroom for right now until the mezzanine goes in, so it'll all look really nice. Please enjoy these photos, and here's the finished product. And as you can see, the floor is nice and shiny. It just took a lot of time. Take your time, take care, follow the instructions, and you will be pleased with the result. And this is why people charge so much. Now, when we were doing ours for the bathroom, we had toyed with this idea many years ago, but we bought some glow-in-the-dark chips, and here's one is in a medicine bottle. And we took this 1-pound bag of chips, and we deposited them in the bathroom and the floor as part of step 3A. This is where the tinted urethane goes on, and then you come back and put the chips in. So now we have chips in the floor, and here you can see the ceiling by Kelly Matthews. We picked out a pattern, and she was nice enough to make the ceiling for us. But when we have the nice shiny floor and cured, now the one in the bathroom and the one behind it, if you hit it with UV light, the floor will glow in the dark, and we have a nice firm seam right there. We also did a much lighter casting of glow in the dark on the other bathroom where it's not there yet, but we wanted to have that floor illuminated just as well. And then, because we were at the hangar last night doing the t-shirts, we decided to take some video. Here's what the glow-in-the-dark floor looks like in a dark hangar.
Floor in the hangar.
And you just hit it with a UV light, like we're doing right here, and you will get a nice glow on the floor. Now, the cast that we put over here in this other bathroom is not nearly as glow-in-the-darky as the other bathroom, but it will have some once the hangar is fully dark. But it was a nice project. I'm kind of glad we did it. There's only one color of glow-in-the-dark, but it was a lot of fun to play with. And if you're interested, the bag of chips was $34 for 1 pound of glow-in-the-dark chips. So you have to be careful when you put them in, and then there's a special top coat. You don't use the normal top coat because the protective coat has a UV screen in it, which would keep the UV from coming in and illuminating the chips. And so therefore there's a repair product that you buy and you put it on that, and that allows the UV light to get to the chips and make this wonderful effect. So we have a few more minutes of this, and then we will be done with the glow in the dark. So I'm looking forward to folks being able to see that firsthand when they come to an event. I'm sure the bathroom during the event will be well visited for a number of reasons. But anyway, glow in the dark was a lot of fun. For those of you who are interested, the new kitten's name is Hopscotch. I'd like to introduce him. We also have some more bling. These are our medals, and thanks for watching.